Hello, friends and lovers. Welcome back to Hades 2. We gotta do an aspect of Thantos run. It is time. We got the usuals kind of setup going on over here. Autopilot mode. I guess it's not really autopilot mode. I gotta hurry up. I gotta take my cat to the vet, quite literally. 34 fear, the usual thing. It's gonna be spicy for a melee weapon like Thantos. I actually kind of struggled. I remember after 1.0 trying to make this aspect like feel good, but maybe things have sort of changed. Apollo is generally a good start here, I'd say, for either attack or special. I was gonna say maybe we could try an Apollo attack, but the gods did not will it. It would appear to me. Maybe we can turn this into an Apollo legendary run, which it has been some time for. My cat grandpa, which sometimes can be confusing if you don't really know that much about my personal life when I suddenly start talking about someone named grandpa. Let's see, I did take Hecuba this time. I guess I'm gonna just fill in Born Gain there. I'm not that excited by the cast yet. Not yet. I'm sure there is better. So we want more Apollo, that's for sure. We'll probably go ahead and take Medea as well. Grampy, he's got some issues, you know? We adopted him back in beginning of 2021. So he's actually approaching... Was it 20? Yeah, it was 2021. His 4th birthday with us, to say to speak. Wait, no, that would be 5th birthday. No, well, we wouldn't celebrate the first one that you got him, right? So I guess it would be his 4th. He is approximately turning 7 years old, according to the vets, despite the name. He does have severe arthritis in his back hips, always has. I don't really know how that happens, something you're kind of born with, I guess. I don't really like Furious. I don't think it's that good. I think I'd rather just take Colossus there for the plus power. Sure. We have a decent attack and everything too, so that makes sense to me. But yeah, he's an angel. You know what? We'll see if Weed Killer's here as well now. We definitely got the magic for that. I'm not gonna focus that much on getting the mortality buff up and running, as you can probably see. If I get it here and there, that's great. But otherwise, I'm kind of okay with just not. Okay, we'll settle for the cast. Yeah. We know when we adopted him, and he was actually the first cat we even, like, met at a shelter back in, like, 2020 or early 2021. You know, COVID was still rampaging everywhere. And Apollo. Okay, maybe Apollo. Maybe fill in... Let's grab this Hera boon real quick. We don't want the Hermes boon, though. So, a lot of people were actually adopting cats. And so we are actually having a pretty hard time calling up shelters, being like, we'd like to adopt. They're like, yeah, about that kind of thing. I don't think Nexus Rush is what I want. Actually, we have to take Apollo's Sprint if we want to have any chance of getting the Legendary. This is Cast, Dash, and Magic Regen. We're all part of the same pre-rec bucket. I guess now we'll take it over here. It would also be convenient for the sake of origination, probably, to get his. Fine Line isn't probably going to be spectacular, but that's okay. We'll take it. Got 2 open doors here. Yeah, we made... So the way the shelter was set up was such that you had to make an appointment for a specific cat. So you could come and look at a specific cat that you sort of sign up for, I guess you could say. You weren't allowed to look at the other cats. That was not allowed. Out of these? Out of these? What do you think? We'll be okay? We have kind of a very standard build, but the thing is, these tend to fall off later. We actually don't have Aphrodite in the build. Do I even want her in the build? Is another question at this point. She does have Secret Crush, which would be fine for us, I suppose. As well as several general damage boosts here. Well, no, just one, really, since we don't apply the weak. What do you got, honey? I don't really want to swap. I don't think so. It's all right. It's just not that meaningful. Neither is a Heartbreaker probably there, but that's okay. We didn't get any max health, I just realized, in this zone, which is too bad. Definitely would have preferred that. Weed Killer will help us in the future. Still. Sure. What do you got? Yeah. Extended family will only boost non-weapon damage, so... I mean, I guess we'll take it. I'm not even gonna pie the palm, I think. But he's just the sweetest boy, so... I was trying to kind of check out here. Alright, honey. You cannot drop the cast while charging the Omega attack, like, at all. Which might seem kind of, like, obvious in some ways. I was hoping I could do it, like, while swinging. You also cannot dash through. Please pick that up. I'm still learning things, you know, here and there. Oh my god, dude. Down to 36. Whew. Actually quite spicy, huh? Actually quite spicy. Should have taken Dashing Heave, maybe. You cannot... So if you're charging an Omega attack, right, you can dash to kind of send it off and get a little speed boost, or really movement in one direction. But with Polyphemus, you can't dash through his AoE shockwave thing. So it's kind of just a messy fight for this in particular. It's hard to get the right junction. I have way too much max magic. But I mean, I did take Fine Line, and I am planning to take Weed Killer if possible. You know, we could even get, now that we have Heartbreakers, you could also still get the Apollo duo for that. I've been saying I should do a Heart Throb build for a while now, even. Alright, make sure we don't get hit by things. Thank you. What do we palm in here? Yep, that's going to be the attack. Is that 15%? That's not bad still. Weirdly not bad. Dash in, drop the freeze, send him back. Very good. You walk into the shelter. And again, first cat we saw. You know what I mean? And the pictures of him online were awful. But I think I know why. The pictures they had of him, they were like super blurry. Way too close up. And we're just like, is this even a cat? It was all very vague. And they painted this picture as like, this cat is very sick. He has arthritis. He will need a very caring home. They were not trying to sell... You know, like, you look at these cat listings, and sometimes they have these weird fancy names like the Princess of Southern Departments or something like that. Actually, proper upbringing is pretty good here. That hits a lot of boons, sure. Plus, it opens Uncommon Grace, if we can, from her now. That was not the case. Online, his name was Nick. This is Nick. He comes with several problems. Nevertheless, we're like, sure. But they did at least say he's very sweet. It's like, you know what? That's good enough for me. There we go. He's very sweet. That was good enough for Munch and I. You know, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So we go there, and they let us in the room, and there are several cats in the room. But Nick, quote-unquote, was the only one that was, like, even, like, out. They were mostly hiding from all the humans, understandably so. Randomly draw one of your active vows to remove its effect this night. Feels a little bit like cheating. We'll get smaller instead. But he was out, and he looked up at the missus and I with those big eyes when we walked in. He immediately just walked up and started nuzzling our legs. I'm like, oh, and we just knew right then and there. It's like, okay, we'll take him. The lady seemed a little shocked because we left the room like, 3 minutes later and we're like, okay, we'll have him. They're like, what? Really? It's like, yeah. This is a shelter, right? Brought him home that day. He pooped in his car seat. Or carrier, or whatever you call it. Understandably quite nervous, I'm sure. And there he is. It turns out he had more issues than listed also, besides the arthritis. He did, he does, he has. Namely, he started wheezing very soon after we got him. Like, all the time. So it turns out he has asthma, so he has to... He's on Flovent? The inhaler, basically. We'll find another common, I'm sure. Explosive intent. It's not great. It does use more magic, which means more heart throbs. I don't want Hazard Boom. And I still think we have enough magic to support it. Really use some max health right about now. So he has to get an inhaler twice a day. Longer term, he's had some urinary troubles. Which might kind of, in a sense, stem from his bad hips, because he's not cleaning himself right. That cat, I tell you. That's okay. Whatever it takes. I will go into debt for this cat. He's the sweetest thing. I will do whatever it takes. We are very far away from the legendary at this rate. Duoboon? I was kind of hoping to get the Duoboon. Let's see, what do I have to take for this bad boy? Nothing. How disappointing is that? I have no infusions. Okay. I guess I'm going to take perfect image there. I shouldn't need this max magic, but I have so much money. I'm actually quite concerned here. This is actually probably one of the riskiest runs we've had in a while. All right, honey. All right. I'm ready. Yeah. I do like Apollo's attack here. I actually like it better than Aphrodite's, because I think the additional AoE is more powerful than the small amount of percentage more that Aphrodite gives. Darkness. All right, finally took a hit there. All right. I was trying to get rid of the orbs there with that. Whew. I'm gonna have to focus for this one. That we are. Let's hope for a psychic whirlwind, right? You're very vulnerable while you're spinning. It's true. It's very true. And with double frenzy on, it's gonna get a lot harder. That's okay. I'm here for a challenge. This time. Not every time. Giga Cleaver, not good. Giga Cleaver, not good. That makes our Omega special hit twice. Which could be interesting. I was thinking like, maybe an Omega special base build would actually be interesting with this aspect. I don't know if I've truly done it. I'm very tempted to take that max health here. This is how much max health I've hoped to have when leaving the first zone. No! Go, Demeter, go! Alright, let's build up the stuff again. I think I turned down like a common Nimble Limbs from Hermes earlier. Yeah, I think a common. It's like I would actually like Nimble Limbs with this. The common's just not good enough. Hey, okay, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Now we can actually do something while whirlwinding. It's interesting. Like, I kind of go back and forth. Like, whirlwinds are great. Whirlwinds are fine. You know, that kind of thing. And then it's like, But then when you don't have this hammer that we just picked up, that lets you dash and attack and everything. The main thing is dash. You can dash while whirlwinding. When you don't have that, you don't feel so hot, right? I'll admit it. Okay. Okay, I really disagree with that outcome. All right, Athena sounds pretty good to me right about now. I actually killed all the enemies before she got here. That's so rare. Damn, we still could not get Weed Killer. It's a bit late for steady growth, but it is also kind of funny. Oh, I was meant to... I was meant to artificer that. Don't tell anyone. Rarify. I'm going to take defensive posture. I think it's actually pretty decent. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. I still didn't take Bridal Glow, but I did take Uncommon Grace already. I'd rather try to aim for Weed Killer now, I think. If it was Apollo or Aphrodite for the potential duo, I might have done that, but here we are. Okay, let's take it easy. All right, you there. Hey, how'd you do that? All right, that looks way smoother than what we were doing before. All right, I only have one Rarify left. Oh my god, it doesn't exist. I'm going to take Snow Queen. Definitely not going to Rarify it. I will take this. I don't have so much money. I will take this. But yeah, Grampy does have an appointment today to check out some urinary problems. We've had a lot of piss problems recently. He doesn't like using his litter box all of a sudden. It's been a problem for nearly a year now. We tried everything. We tried 6 different kinds of litters. I bloom. I'm not that convinced. I'm sorry, I'm going to be boring. I'm not convinced it'll help me as much as the moon wall. Tall order is tempting, but I'd rather have nimble limbs. That's 20%, baby. I have to take that too. He's been enjoying peeing outside his litter box. He's had probably a half dozen vet visits. And we thought we solved it. Long story short, because I've probably told this story before. Long story short, we thought we figured it out by putting tinfoil on the ground where he liked to pee on the floor. Which seemed to make him stop. For a while. For like a month or 2. Defensive posture rarefied. Alright, here we go. This is it. Weed Killer, Weed Killer. Now, he started up again. It's not every time. It's not every time. Ugh. We've tried, like, special pheromone sprays. Like I said, 6 kinds of litter. We have 4 litter boxes strewn throughout the house. He still only... If he does use one, he only uses one. Still, for some reason. I couldn't get it still, huh? Cherished heirloom for the final zone. What am I thinking here? I'm not even sure. He tried it all. He just likes pissing, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe he doesn't like it, and that's the problem. Either way, we can't quite figure it out. Okay, we're looking good. I'm pretty happy. Bridal Glow. Hit something cool. Not that cool, probably. We have plenty of money. I don't have Quick Buck, right? No. Just wondering where all the cash is coming from, kind of. I was about to say, are we getting close to, like, her legendary at this rate? I think I'm going to take the special in the case that I could get it. Guess I'm still not going to take the max magic. I can't imagine needing it. I can't imagine. All right, brothers. How are we? Actually, applying hitch sounds pretty sexy for this fight in particular, right? Boing. Dude got me from a distance. Top, middle. What are you doing, dude? Remember, we do have... Ooh. Now, hitch lasts a very long time, luckily. So that's very convenient for us. I was going to say I do have Moonwater. We got 1 to half. What the hell was that? I'm seeing a top, middle. Middle. Kind of missed top. Middle. What? No way that hit me. Go defensive posture. We haven't upgraded Moonwater at all. There goes our last one. So no reason to save him. I'm kind of thinking out loud to myself. All right, he's finally done. Oh, no. The Wombo. Woo. This is more of a face tank build than half the other ones I do. Okay, we cannot White Antler by any stretch. We know that much, right? I think we know that much. We are nowhere near, what is it called? The Apollo Legendary. For all I know, we need one more Hera boon for her Legendary. There's also the Heart Throbby stuff. We never got Weed Killer, which is too bad, huh? It's so tempting with 50%, I'll admit. Purge up to 5 times. A heroic boon. Moon Beam. It's not terrible. What is Evil Eye set to nowadays? Apparently something called a Wastrel. Minus 25%. It's just so boring, you know? We've done it. We've done it. You know what? We'll do Black and Fleece then. We'll do it. I'll buy both of those. I'll even buy the Sustenance. Just in case we have plenty of money. We have lots of... Look at that. Look at that. Those icons below. I've never seen so many at once, I think. Just have so many things going on. All right. A bunch of junk here. Oh, God. Where are the enemies? Are there enemies? There are. Okay, everyone go away. Thank you. I'm trying to, like, keep an eye out for... Ooh. I guess I'll go Hera. Yeah, I mean, the palms aren't really that interesting anyway. Oh, please, I was charging. The game lies. Woo, baby. All right, that looked pretty good to me. I'm happy with this damage. It's Warren Flourish. Sun Worshipper. Hereditary Bane, huh? I guess a Sun Worshipper. Which means I should... Well, I don't know if the term should enter this conversation, but what I could do, please God, is make sure one of the eggs do spawn. That one's pretty good. Okay. Plus 10 health. Plus 10 health. Plus another use. Make sure one of the eggs actually spawns an enemy. You kind of just gotta pray you win the lottery. It's not even a lottery. Like, just don't get screwed over on which enemy spawns out of the egg. That way we can kill it. So, oh, I think for the legendary you need one of these two. I forget which, though. I believe so. Okay, we can still get the duo from this at least. We got the big door. All right, eyeball. Run away for a second. Dive back in. Try not to get spermed up. All right. Is this our sauciest run yet? The one that felt kind of closest? It is so far for me, I think. We are quite close at Polyphemus. All right, we got some interesting things here between Secret Crush, Shameless Attitude, Spirit. We have a lot of percentage, I feel. So I think any amount of power will feel very, very nice. Shouldn't need... quote-unquote spiritual affirmation. It is a good amount of health, I'll admit. Let's see. Max magic is not good. Perfect image for 2%. That's it? Give me the fine line. Yay, Weed Killer. Yeah, I'm extra glad we took the power then there. 195 max health, but with decent moon water. We could have had Night Bloom at the same time, I'll admit. I'm not certain it would have done that much, but what can you do? Might have been goofy, though. Yeah, I never do this part of the fight as well as I hope. I keep thinking he's gonna die, but he's just not. I keep thinking he would die. Alright, let's kill like one egg here, if we can. Now I'm gonna try to let this respawn. What did I get? I kind of missed it. Oh, it's the guy that... This guy. Yargonaut, maybe? And he also managed to hit me. Okay, I've been hit a lot early on here. Okay, but there we go. We got him. I don't think it's time for moon water yet. Damn. Okay, now it's time for one, I'm gonna say. What? This isn't even the hardest part of the fight. Double Frenzy Typhon. It's hard to stay in and keep dealing damage a lot of times, right? Okay, there we go. We did something, though. Don't mind me. Okay, I do not want anything to spawn this time, though. Oh, God. Let's use that and get a lot of that health back. Woo! Every move possible all at once there. I have 2 moon waters. He's gonna do the head slam. Head slam. Okay. I think we're good. Oh, man. That's even with a very good hammer. I've kind of said it. I think Thantos is actually a tough aspect to do well with as the higher the fear gets. You know what I mean? I feel like for the sake of what it does, I feel safer with Nergal. Well, with the health regen, the Omega attack charges a lot faster, naturally. Uh-oh. You're very close to him. It's not good. Saw that coming. All right, buddy. Go ahead and try to hit me with that. I'm almost curious what that hits you for, honestly. It's either our attack or our Omega attack that is on the top of the meter. So yeah, that was our scariest run in quite some time, I'll admit. But I guess that's the purpose of increasing the frenzy and things like that. Maybe we'll actually have a loss on occasion. Because it's been a long time, I'll admit. It's been a long time. Mega attack, then cast, then fine line, then dash strike. Yeah, it did pay off. Whirlwinding all over the place. I mean, what's the highlight of the run? It felt like a very... Yes, finally, we just weren't able to spam the Omegas enough to really make that happen. If I swapped into Omega special spam, it might have actually been okay. We did have Giga Cleaver and everything. It might have been interesting looking back on it. I used it on a rare occasion. Plus, it would make fine line happen more often. Maybe I wouldn't even have enough magic if I kept doing that. I'm not really sure. We would have had more heartthrobs and things of that nature. It could have been interesting. But I didn't end up doing it. Too bad. Maybe I could have considered it. We had some cool things there, I guess. But nothing like that outstanding. Nothing that unique, I suppose, in some ways. How the hell am we going to clickbait this one? Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what's going on. Appreciate it. I shall see you in another video.